not exactly what I thought it would be. I got my house on a little piece of land. This is the place I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream. Chance I bet you can't change nothing if you don't do that. I pay my taxes even when it hurts. Sometimes I think though it's just getting worse. Am I living?
How y'all doing, baby? It is indeed Sunday. It's Sunday. Uh-oh. Got my headphones messed up here. How y'all doing, baby? I'm glad y'all are here. And if you notice, at no extra charge, sound. No extra charge for today's show. It includes sound automatically. I hope y'all had a great week. My headphone is really screwing up. I got sound in one ear and static in the other.
That's your headphones.
That ain't my headphones. I don't do shit. I don't do nothing. That's better, I guess. Anyway, no, I'm still hearing a little bit of it.
Don't worry, it's on the way.
It's on the way. Call tech support. I'm so glad y'all are here. I am so a little embarrassed about Friday there, baby. You get a good 16-minute rant full of, like I say, wisdom, all the best words, biggest words, man. That was all the best words. And no sound. Y'all, that is for anybody that does this stuff. That takes the winds right out of your sails, baby. Anyway.
Hang on really quick. We're going to go. Yeah,
ears.
You can hear me in both ears. We're going to switch audio tracks really quick. And again, mixer's on the way, y'all.
Yeah, we should have it tomorrow.
I would hope tomorrow. I paid for tomorrow.
Yeah,
I paid
for tomorrow.
yesterday, but technically tomorrow. Hang on. We're going to go mute for just a second.
Going to go mute just a minute?
No, you're fine.
I'm fine?
Yeah, fuck it. I'm not touching a damn thing.
Nah, don't do it. You know, I've been down so many times. It looks up. Anyway, Dwayne Twizzle was here. Thank you very much. Larry, Ian, Randy Peterson. Whoo, pig, buddy. And Michael James, our buddy out in California. The Remixtress is in the room. Debbie Marie, Randy Kervin, Rant and Randy, our buddy who rants on Randy Kervin's Patriot group. True Patriots group. Tina Riley, all the way from down under. Thank you for being here. Renee Price, Raylene Allen, Virginia Woody is here. Bernadette Pree. Good evening, Bernadette. I hope your day is good. Adina Michael, Ernie D200. Thank you for being here. There's Miss Linda. Hey, Mary Ellen. Martha Olivera, Dorothy Tyndall, Stephanie Dean, who evidently is laying on the freaking beach while Jay, this is just, you know, it's making us look bad. It's what Jay does. Makes me look bad. I don't play the guitar. I'm not serenading my wife on a beach during sunset. You're killing me, Jay. Anyway, I'm glad you're having a wonderful day. Adina Michael is here. Keith Thompson, A.J. Bagluski, all the way from Minnesota. Glad you're here. Ray Reyes is with us. Let me see. Jan Beats, Ann Darnell. And shoot, man, we got a lot of people. Leo Sahaki, how you doing? Leo's rant, Biker Wisdom and Thoughts. Don't miss it. It's on Facebook. Always does a good rant. Don Cheeto is here. Judy, George Murray, I see you in there. Ardessa is with us, and Big Johnson is in the room. Anyway, I do hope y'all had a great weekend. We had a pretty fair weekend until our second winter arrived today. It dropped from 92 yesterday to, what were we, 58 or something?
Yeah,
below freezing in South Texas language. It's below freezing again. Anyway, I hope the weather is fine and your life is good. We've had some terrible weather out through Alabama and up there in the Blue Ridge Mountain area, all stretching up through the Appalachia. It's not good. And so our hearts go out to everybody who is up in that area. Take care of yourself, baby. Anyway, I had a great rant on Friday, but it was basically wrapped around the Election Integrity Act of 2021 that Brian Kemp signed into law. I think it was, Thursday night, flanked by 6 white guys in front of the portrait of the plantation there, just to make it look, appropriate there. Optics, baby. I was talking about optics because the optics of that photograph of him signing with 6 white guys next to him under the picture of a plantation, and the optics of a black woman lawmaker being arrested outside the door. Paints 2 different pictures there, baby. Or it paints the same picture. It paints the same picture. Anyway, to ensure elections in Georgia are secure, fair, and accessible. That's what Brian Kemp said. Are you shitting me? It does none of that. It does none of that. It reduces the absentee voting ability for people to request an absentee vote. Drop boxes are inside the polling places. Let's don't forget the polling places are going to close at 5 p.m. And the drop box is inside the polling place, so you best get there before 5 o'clock or tough shit. Giving water to grandma while she's in line, no against the law, and ain't nothing stands out, and it's been pointed out by everybody. Just how ridiculous that sounds. That you cannot give water to somebody who stands in line. And I think in Atlanta in 2020, they had people standing in line for 7, 8, 10 hours. 10 hours. And I always say, if you're standing in line that long, that's your state government trying to do the best they can to keep you from voting. That's exactly what that is. And it just screams discrimination. It screams Jim Crow right out the door. It's no water for grandma. That just really pissed me off. Anyway, Lord, I got a lot written down here, and I don't want to just try to sit here and do a recap of Friday's rant. It went out my mouth, and it very seldom comes back. So let's see who's around that we can talk to.
Let me get that set up.
Oh, we're still setting that up.
Your screen, but you almost forgot you got mail.
Oh, I didn't get mail.
Yeah, you did.
Well.
This is
okay.
Yeah, this is hang on. Jesus. I'm trying to work here, Dad. There we go. Alrighty. No, Dad forgot to bring this package and I ran out to go grab it. And these are, well, technically for everybody. This is from Phantom Kimishita, the one and only Phantom Kimishita. She said she was going to go gather some movies that she thought the entire family would like to watch. And so she sent them over. And
yes.
Of course, we got a few extra little bits of anime here for all the anime lovers.
The love letter. The best of enemies.
Yeah.
Big Hero 6, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, Big Hero 6,
Supposed
whoever
really
that
good.
is. The Finest Hours, and of course a collection of Police Academy 2, Police Academy 4, and 3. All of them. Police
Yes.
Academy, right there on one disc. And like Travis said, some
Yeah, I got some anime over here. I'm going to try to switch it over, and I'll show it here in just a second, but I got to get Discord ready. Because we were having Discord problems earlier, I'm making sure, just trying to make sure everything goes smoothly until everything gets here within the next few days. But Phantom, thank you so much for sending that over. Once Dad watches
thank you so much.
Once Dad watches fucking Red Dog.
Hey.
Then yes, we're going to be. I'm going to force him to sit down and watch some movies because it'd be better than watching all the news programs and such.
Big red dog on the queue.
Yeah,
we have it in the queue.
Yeah. All right. So let me try to get everything set up over here. So talk to the chat for a little bit.
All right. Judy says my dog gets all the water he wants. There you go. Trying to cut the water off from Grandma. There ain't nothing screams louder than that shit. There is one other thing that I had written down on Friday's rant that I did not speak to. I spoke about the Election Integrity Act, which has no integrity at all, like the Republican Party. And I talked about State Representative Park Cannon. That's the lady that was arrested outside the door. And I laughed about Dominion. Let me see. They're suing Fox for $1.6 billion. And what was that? Smartmatic, I think they have 1.6 or 7 billion on them. I just laughed at that. But there was one serious thing, a story I was going to speak to, but didn't because it didn't fit what I was speaking with earlier. And that was a story after the Boulder shooting. As a matter of fact, 10 days after the Boulder shooting. I noticed the story, and it speaks to the need of what we need to do something, baby, and we need to do it soon. There was a story out of Atlanta at a Publix supermarket, grocery store, 10 days after Boulder. A shopper named Charles Russell, black man, young, handsome-looking fellow, went to the bathroom, and when he walked in the stall, he saw an AR-15 leaned up against the wall, and what he perceived to be the sound of somebody loading ammunition into a clip. So Charles Russell went outside, contacted the store manager, who called the police quickly, and they got there. And when they did, they arrested Rico Marley. I think he was 24 years old. I think a white guy. He had 6 guns on him, all of them loaded. An AR-15, a riot shotgun, 4 pistols, wearing body armor when he walked out of that bathroom. If the police had not been there to arrest him, what do you think the story would have continued to be? These are problems that we need to do something about. They were showing clips of, I think it was 80 something when Joe Biden was trying to introduce gun legislation on the Senate floor. We can all look back in our history and remember all the times that we've had discussions and conversations, and yet the same shit keeps happening. I just wanted to bring that up because I think it needs to be said. This was one that was stopped thanks to a good citizen who said something. Stopped in time to save I don't know how many children, how many people. Christopher Clayton, what is it with these people and their guns? It's the question that we've all been asking. It's in our culture. Everybody has a gun. More than half the world's guns are owned here in the United States because we're all getting ready to shoot somebody, I guess. I don't know. I wish I knew the answer to those questions, but it's something we're going to have to figure out real soon because there's just too many people dying. Anyway.
I definitely love BW's comment. Imagine a guy without a gun saved people.
Hey, go figure.
Go figure.
A guy without a gun saved people. Yeah, that guy, a good guy with a gun, he's not around too often. Anyway, Bernadette, darling, how are you? Sorry to start off the show with such a dreary little thing, but it is what it is, baby.
John, I'm doing really good today. It was,
Good.
you know what I did yesterday?
Hi. What'd you do? You sat in your
Nothing.
bathtub and looked out the window at the beautiful mountains and.
I'm going to have to disappoint you on that one. My water heater in my bathhouse went out.
Oh shit.
Dude.
No, that's not good. Cold water is not good.
No.
Yeah, leave
that's
that to
not
the
good.
Swedes. I ain't jumping in no ice
So-
cold water. I'm sorry.
But, now I know why it was really freaking cheap. And I would probably buy another one. I've had that particular water heater for, I don't know, 7 years or so. So, yeah. It's I got my money's out of it. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
plenty of bathtub,
yeah,
plenty
it
of
wasn't bad.
dishes, wash already all over the place. Everybody was
Dogs, cat, kid, whatever.
happy. Everything. Yep, indeed. Well, I'm glad your
Yeah.
day went bright, baby. I am indeed.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're here. And look who's in the room with us, Biker Leo. Leo Sahaki, how are you doing, my brother?
I'm not too awful bad. I got 3 dogs trying to take over, but outside of that, I'm good.
You need more dogs.
Yeah, right. I got 7 of them all together.
You need
That
more.
and my motorcycle is back on the road.
Outstanding, brother. You in the wind again?
Yes, sir.
Outstanding.
Feels like I reattached a leg.
Good. Yeah. I guess you did. I guess you missed the road a little bit. How could you not? If you got a bike, that's what it's made for, to ride. So yeah, I'm glad you're here, Leo. Let's bring in Mitch and Julie. Mitch, are you there, buddy? Nope. Mitch is cooking. Mitch is either cooking or Julie's cooking, or they're probably getting ready to eat. So we hit him at dinner time every time. But I'm sure he'll be here in just a minute. And our buddy Sparky Dunk out in California. How you doing, Spark? Not a good day Friday, buddy. I missed the front porch. Hey, Spark. Uh-oh. Are we having that trouble again? We are having that trouble again. Hey, Sparky, are you there?
Yeah.
There you go. Lord have mercy. It's going to be another one of those nights again. We're having trouble like this with Discord. Jesus, this is not good. We're going to have to tear everything apart. I guess tomorrow when the new mixer comes in, we're going to tear everything apart.
Yeah, I'm switching Discord over to the Windows machine and not this Mac because every other computer in the house doesn't have this problem with Discord. So,
blame it on me.
It ain't you. It's just this laptop at the moment. So,
It's my
but
laptop.
anyway, that's enough technical talk.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for being
He
here.
just dissed your Mac. That's all he did was
Yeah,
diss
I
your
got
Mac.
Yeah, that's all.
I got my Fauci ouchie yesterday.
Did you get your Fauci ouchie? Outstanding,
Yeah,
brother.
courtesy of a cute little
Oh,
California National
Had to
Guardsman.
be a cute little National Guardsman. Of course it did. And which one did you get?
I got Pfizer.
Pfizer. Outstanding.
Yeah.
First shot, so you'll wait, 20 some odd days and get another one?
Yeah, go back April 22nd.
Yeah, I got my...
But I had my U.S. Air Force Vietnam veteran hat on.
Yeah,
She looked at that hat. She had to ask me what I did and all that stuff.
yeah. So you bragged a little bit.
First thing she goes, were you in Vietnam? I said, no, I was in Thailand.
Yeah,
Air Force people got the Vietnam Service Medal for being in Thailand.
yeah. That's what I get. Yeah, but that's what you always get. Where were you? Leo, did you get your shot?
I got my first one, courtesy of Miss Dolly Parton.
Oh, really? Over there at Dollywood?
No, Dolly actually paid for pretty much everybody in Tennessee.
Are you shitting me?
Lord have mercy, bless her.
Bless her
That's
heart.
who she
Bless
is,
her.
man.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she's
but,
a lady with a big heart.
Yeah. My son works for her.
Oh, really?
But
Right on.
Oh, I
yeah,
think I
my-
remember that now. Yes, I've heard that before. Yes.
sure does. And we get our second shot Wednesday.
Outstanding.
Right on.
Outstanding.
Right on.
And Mitch, did you make it into the room?
Yes, indeed.
Outstanding. How are you?
I'm doing well. I trust you're doing well.
I
Hey,
am
everybody
indeed.
Out there, Blue Dot Land.
Indeed. And Julie, is she with us also?
I'm here.
Outstanding, Julie. How you been doing? I assume she's doing fine. Either that or I'm out of the room again and that's going to happen quite often tonight. It seems like.
All right.
Anyway.
Last night started the festival of Passover, so we had a very small celebration of Passover. We were going to watch the Ten Commandments, but it's too long, like 3.5 hours.
Ah.
So the meal takes less time than to watch the Ten.
So, well, happy Passover then, or
Thank you.
is that appropriate? Happy Passover? It is.
Yeah.
Of course.
No, Passover's a good thing, so you
I
can
thought
wish
so.
happy on
Yeah.
that.
Ain't that where the bad guy passed over everybody's house that had the?
The ones that were marked, yes.
Yes. Yeah. There you go. I think I know the story.
Yeah.
I tried.
And I don't know why, Mitch, but we can just about barely hear you. I don't know if you're way far away from the microphone or what.
I'm not sure what the problem is. Our top people are working on it.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. Well, while we wait on Mitch's
How
top
about
people,
that? Is that better?
yeah,
Is that any better?
that's a little bit better. Let me thank Diana Mallory, who donated $5 and said, Dominion said former guy should be next. Ban the AR-15 in the magazines common since gun laws are not enough. Outstanding, Diana Mallory. I'll take it. You know, we watched a little thing about what it takes for you to own a gun in Japan. Holy shit. You really want a gun?
Shit.
You know
really
what, John? The remixtress on YouTube, she says, imagine criminalizing food and water, but not assault weapons.
There you go. Isn't that something gonna criminalize giving grandma some water in line? AR-15, not a problem, baby. Not a problem.
I mean, it is like the summation of the Republican Party at this point.
It is.
And full stop.
It is.
Full stop, man. Jesus.
They are out to lie, cheat, and steal. That's it. The only way they could win. You know, we had mentioned the other day that they lost. They did the best. They had their best guy ever. And you got to admit, that's what Donnie Boy was to them. 72 million votes, baby. That's the most Republican ever got. Ever. And it wasn't enough.
Ever. And
So
at the
it
rate
tells
that they're going, that's going to be the most they ever get.
Again. Because, again, so many people have left the Republican Party. I don't think they're going to come back after January 6th. No. Kiss off, assholes. Bunch of QAnon, butt lickers. I don't know what they are anymore. They're ridiculous. I still got them up and down my street. Are you shitting me? Still got the flags out and all that crap.
Even to the Supreme Court, they said the only reason that they were doing a lot of the things they're doing is because they know that any other way they're not going to win.
They're not going to win.
Yeah.
You know why, Leo? No, because they don't have anything. The only thing the Republicans have is more tax cuts for corporations and wealthy. Remember the mantra of, excuse me, we're going to sign a health care bill in 2 weeks. Yeah, you seen a health care plan come out of the Republican Party in the last 12 years?
Yeah.
No, you
Don't
have
get
not.
sick.
Yeah,
That's
don't
their
get sick.
plan.
That's their
Don't
plan.
get
Don't get
sick.
sick. Don't get sick, and
John,
we don't have to pay for you.
Pray harder.
If I
Don't get sick.
If I could just recall something that fuck Trump said when he ran his last campaign, which was for the last 4 fucking years.
Yep.
He said right at the convention of the Republican Party last year, they didn't have a platform.
No,
They
they
have
don't. I'm gone again. They don't have a platform at all.
nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, nothing to offer. That's how come the only thing they have is to try to pass laws or make voting more restrictive for as many people as they can, especially if they're people of color. Because they take priority on this issue.
Or how about sneak down to the border or to the Rio Grande in the middle of the fucking night, take dark photos of sounds in the bushes, pointing across the dark water.
I got the worst freaking senator ever.
Jesus. And he's fat on top of it.
Yeah, Marcia
Lord
W.
have
He's
mercy,
getting
that man has
fat.
gained some
Man,
weight.
guy's been eating too many tacos there, I guess. I don't know. Mitch Goldstein, thank you very much, brother. You donated $4 and said, easier to get an AR-15 in Pennsylvania than decongestants. Indeed. You got to show an ID at the pharmacy there. Oh, you want some Some sinus pills, huh? Let me check you out here. Yeah, it's getting to be a joke. You can get a weapon a whole lot easier. And they keep on coming up on TV and talking about, 80-90% of Americans back this. Even the NRA the people in the NRA back this ago. Extended background checks. 80-something percent, 90% agree?
Yes.
And we can't get that passed.
Back in 1980, when Ronald Reagan became president, how many guns were in the United States?
Not this
I'll
many.
give you a clue. There was about 220 million people living in the United States at the time. How many guns were in the United States?
220 million people. I'd say maybe 300 million. I don't know.
300 million.
Well, nowadays everybody's got six.
People now.
How many is now? Do you know, Mitch, by the way?
It was about 35 million guns in this country in 1980.
Wow. And where are we now?
Depending on who you ask, between 420 and 440 million.
Yeah, over the 400 million mark.
There's more guns in this country than there are people.
Yes.
Yes, and the majority of those guns are only owned by a certain small percentage of people in this country. Own the majority of those guns. This whole discussion on background checks. Really? That's going to be a stickler? I don't think so. Closing the gun show loophole? Come on, man.
What do you think how many of the shootings that have already happened do you think would have been stopped by background checks?
None. Nope, the guy just did Boulder. He got his gun 6 days before the shooting, passed the background check and everything. Give him my gun, I got to go kill people.
So background check, not the answer.
I think the psych evaluation is, however.
Well, that, amongst other things, such as gun insurance. Oh, you want to
put that in there? That's going to change everything.
You got to pay insurance every month, in case anything happens with that gun. Like go kill somebody at the store. Well, you're going to pay for that monetarily to the victims.
Gun insurance.
So
every time they do the study, you go on.
Go ahead, Mitch.
Anytime they do the same study, what they do is they look at if there's one or more guns in your house, what's the likelihood that you will be shot? And consistently, you're 5 times as likely to be shot if there's a gun in your house.
Yep.
So now you may have a reason to have a gun, and it may be a legitimate one, but you are 5 times more likely to be shot because you have.
Yep, indeed.
And they account for a majority of home shootings, not murders, not suicides. Accidental shootings are actually the most common.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing I fessed up to on here a little while back. I said that I'm very safe with guns. I know a lot about them, and I still shot the shit out of my door.
Yeah.
It could happen. If if there's a gun around, there's a possibility of an accident happening.
It's just like anything. Like, say you were a chemist and you wanted to keep cyanide in your house. Okay, it incurs a certain risk, and you need to have the professional ability to manage the risk, right? Just like Leo is an expert at guns. If I was a chemist, in order to have chemicals here, I would need a license. I would need insurance because it's a risky thing to have around.
It puts the public in danger. So
the cost of
your
guns
car needs insurance because you could hurt somebody with that thing. That's how come they argue. You got to have car insurance because
or worse, you could hurt some property.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I got another. Remixtress quote. She says, "When you can buy a gun on the same day, but you can't register to vote on the same day, you're saying the bullet is mightier than the ballot."
Yes. That's
amen. There's truth
for them. It is for them. And I said it the other day. It's God, guns, and guts on the right, and they believe wholeheartedly in the God in the gun part and the guts you could find all over our nation. At a certain point, it's ridiculous. And what are we supposed to do out here? Because we go through this every time there's a freaking mass shooting, and we sit around here and we say the same freaking things. I'm glad Joe Biden is the president, and he sits up there and says we want to take away the assault weapon. We need to.
Isn't that what Beto said?
That's what Beto said. He said,
and I'd vote for, if Beto ran on a federal level, I'd vote for him in a heartbeat.
Because I don't trust the people that shit. I feel like I'm just saying something I said 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
It's only because you did.
Yes. And that's what's sad is that we keep doing this. And what's the definition of an insanity? Keep doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. We're not going to get a different outcome until we force the issue ourselves.
No.
It is only when
people we're talking about this.
Tom Hartman.
Go ahead, Bernadette.
Go ahead.
We're talking about this. This is not an exaggeration. The first pistol that I brought into my house, I've always had long guns. The first pistol that I brought into my house,
right?
Getting it legally, getting my carry permit legally, everything down, exactly to the letter.
Right.
I spent no more than 20 minutes in the store and then drove half a mile from there and picked up ammunition. So it took me a half an hour. That's ridiculous.
Set to go. You're set to go.
That's nuts.
Again, I fall back on this because I watched it not long ago, this show about if you want to own a gun in Japan. Lord have mercy. You even have to give them a blueprint of your house and show them exactly where your safe is that those guns are in. And the ammo can't be kept in the same place. By the fact, I'm not even sure you get fucking ammo. That's a whole other story. But people do go through that rigmarole to own that weapon. I'm just saying, a well-regulated militia. First words of the Second Amendment, well-regulated.
Well-regulated.
And that's what we're talking about here. What do you need a 30-round clip for? Please explain that to me. Because I it's going over my head. I know why you need one at war, but we're not at war here. And the people you want to shoot are your fellow citizens.
What do you need a 15-round clip for?
What the hell for? Nothing, except to make them look. This is a Rambo complex with all these motherfuckers. Robert Herron, did you sneak in this room, buddy? I didn't even see you. I'm sorry.
Yes, I did.
How you doing, Robert?
I actually have two stories here for you from professional people that carried guns that in my lifetime really affected my life. I was in police science in college, and this was 1985.
Oh, a long time ago.
And I took my post certificate was post arrest search seizure firearms. It was my post certificate. And my range instructor and the assistant dean of students of the college. And he was also the head of the police science department of Saddleback College at the time.
Right.
He was breaking up with his wife. And he ran into her at a bar with her new boyfriend.
Yeah, this doesn't look like it's going to go good.
And he shot her 12 times.
There you go.
And he was a cop. This guy was a cop. And this guy taught police science. And he signed my certificate, my state certificate of post-arrest search and seizure firearms to become a cop. So I gave up police science the next day, because I figured if carrying a gun makes it easy to pull the trigger, I don't want to be the guy pulling the trigger when I get pissed at somebody. So that's it.
In a moment of passion, baby, it changes your whole fucking life.
And then
the minute you pull that trigger, your life has changed forever.
And a second guy I knew who was an Orange County sheriff was at home, off duty, first year on the force. And his next door neighbor, and this was kind of an apartment complex, was getting robbed. And there were shots fired, and he heard the shots, and somebody called the cops. He put on his pants, ran out the door with his service revolver in his hand, and the Orange County sheriff shot him.
Yep.
Thinking he was the guy.
You got a gun in your hand, you're a target for the cops.
So
they're not going to ask a whole lot of questions.
Right. So suddenly, good guy kills good guy.
Yeah.
They're both cops.
I've seen that happen before. The good guy
And it was
gets
an
shot.
identity in the moment, and I knew that guy. He was a friend of mine.
It happened in a mall, either in Houston or Atlanta. Well, I can't remember what big city, but it was a big city where there was a guy shooting at people, and this other guy, who was a good guy, pulled out his gun to take down the bad guy, and the cops ran in and shot him.
Right.
So, you know.
That's my point. You know, I mean, cops don't know who you are out there on the street when you pull a gun out. And if there's something going down and they have to respond,
you have a gun in your hand, you're a target. That's what you are to the police. Let me thank Diana Mallory, bequeather of the Gong, donated $5 and said, I don't for 1 minute believe former guy got 72 million votes for a party that accuses voter fraud so much, then they get busted for it. Indeed, that's what I said. The only person I know that got arrested for voter fraud was that guy out of North Carolina, and he tried to alter, I don't know how many votes it was. I can't remember. It was all mail-in votes, but he tried to change, like, I don't know, 10, 20 of them, whatever it was, and got arrested for it. A Republican. That's the only case I know of. Outside of that.
Dominion's getting rich, man.
Oh,
how much is Dominion?
Oh, they're not. They're going to be worth a whole lot more when they get done with these people, because it's not only Fox News. They're going after that Sidney Powell. They're going after Rudy Giuliani. And I understand Donnie himself is on the list, baby. They're going because they were all spouting the same thing. And it's not true. And on a major corporation like that, you know, they're not going to let that slide. You slandered their company. You've made a difference in their bottom line, so they're going to take it out of your ass. Go, baby. Get good for you. It's the way it should work, isn't it? That's the way they set the system up to work. If you defame somebody like that and it causes them business, then yeah, you're going to lose your shit. So yeah, I hope they all lose their shit.
Anyway. Second Amendment aside, I really don't have a problem with you keeping guns in your house. It's your house. You have a right to have guns. Here's what I have a problem with. These stupid fuckers walking around with guns like they're in a Gary Cooper movie.
Yep.
With no training.
Gary, there is no reason in the world why you think that you should need to display and carry a weapon in the United States of America that I can think of that is legitimate.
Yeah, I seen a guy down the street washing his fucking car and he had a goddamn gun strapped. Are you shitting me? Really?
I get scared.
Any danger here? Huh?
I get scared, man. If I see somebody with a gun anywhere, I get scared.
It makes me nervous because, you know, what the fuck are? If you want a concealed gun, then conceal the motherfucker. You know?
Yeah. I'm not crazy about that either.
I'm not crazy about that either, but if you're walking around with an AR-15 slung over your shoulder, yeah, I'm nervous about your ass.
Yeah, basically what you're saying is I can kill you.
Yep.
No, what you're saying is I've got a small penis.
Yeah, I have no self-esteem, but look at how badass I am. Yeah, there's no accounting for ignorance in a civil society. You know, down here in Texas, it's all about the gun. You know,
I can tell you, in Brooklyn, my grandmother didn't have no gun. That neighborhood, there was no crime in that neighborhood because of my grandmother. She was like a superhero.
I grew up.
All she had was a pair of slippers.
There's no reason for assault weapons on the street. There's just no reason for it.
I grew up in a house full of guns. My father's 308 British Enfield, still have it. Still looks good, still works.
No problem.
No problem. No, because
you needed to go to Walmart, John. You needed to go get fucking frozen yogurt, John.
You know why I want to keep it? If you've ever had to put down an animal, you don't want to fuck around, and you don't want to fucking miss, or you don't want to fucking have to do it 10 times.
No.
You know,
who wants to shoot?
It's hard enough when you have to do something like that. So there are valid reasons for people to own guns, home protection being one of them. But that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about protecting your house anymore. Are you shitting me? We're talking about guys whose main dream it is not only to get the AR-15, but all the body armor and all the other shit that goes with it to make you look like you're a badass. You know, it just
join the Marine Corps.
Join the fucking Marine. Join the Army. They'll give you a gun. They will
Yes.
point to people you can shoot at.
All that
Most of those
stuff.
fat
They'll give it
fuckers
to you.
couldn't make it through the physical.
No, they can't.
No.
No, most, no, I won't go there right now.
I went through
That's-
basic training.
Yeah, I did
I
too.
survived advanced training. I did my time. I got my rocks off shooting guns. I got to shoot a grenade launcher. I got to shoot a anti-tank rocket. I got to throw a hand grenade.
Where else are you going to find those kind of experiences?
Right.
You're
got
not.
to do it in the military, man.
You
For
ever
real.
launched a nuclear missile?
No.
You know what, John? You know what I see the problem is?
What's that, darling?
First of all, I'm going to make this very simple comparison. Nobody complains about getting a driver's license and insurance to drive a car, okay?
There you go.
Yet there are still people out there that drive without a license and without insurance, okay? That being said, the same thing's going to happen with guns.
Yes.
Just make everybody, you have to have a license to carry a fucking gun.
Yep.
And
I agree.
or insurance.
Completely.
And or insurance.
I think
Just in
insurance
case-
should be
I don't know.
a necessary evil. Like I said, using the same reasoning that they use for your car insurance, that you have to pay for bodily harm, for property damage. If you use that weapon and you cause a hole in somebody's roof, or if you shoot somebody, you're liable for their fucking medical bills and or / funeral. And compensation for the lost wages of that family member for the rest of life. You're liable for that shit. But right now, the best we can do is get your ass in prison. No. Let's make you pay that fucking insurance. And my other idea is, because money's a thing, baby, buyback. You know, we want you to come turn in your gun. We'll pay you for it. Pick up another fucking hobby or whatever. Buy it back from you. And if you, after a certain length of time, like assault weapons, if they're banned, You get caught with one, boy, howdy shit, that's breaking the law. And you really wouldn't want to be a citizen who breaks the law.
Not in the law and order party.
Not in the law and order party, really. Give me a break. We just don't take it seriously in this fucking country. Every other fucking country in the world could do it, not us.
There's a guy on like one of the main roads near my house. Actually, one of the very few Trump houses.
Hold on, Burnett.
And he had a flag. He actually. Go ahead, Bernadette. That's all right.
Go ahead. Finish your thought, Leo.
No, it's Mitch.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mitch. I was just going to say that those people who have lost family members, especially those at schools, okay? You can't tell me those people don't take this shit seriously.
Oh,
now,
Lord.
Tom Hartman the other day, one day last week, said on his show, if the senators had to sit down and see pictures of people being shredded with fucking bullets, maybe, just maybe, then they'd do something about this shit.
Maybe. But you know,
Hey, John.
Maybe.
I thought Sandy Hook really, when Sandy Hook happened,
I thought so too.
that was it. How can we
John.
not do something? Go ahead.
Well, my point with the story is that even people with credentials can lose it and have a bad day. You know, it's like, so people need to get certified and trained before they ever carry a gun, no matter what, just for their own benefit of not shooting themselves.
And
Thank you.
yeah,
Because that happens too.
it does. In a moment of passion, in a moment of sorrow, you got a gun handy, there's a large chance you could take that thing, turn it on yourself. There are so many reasons, people to do something.
I love it when people self-inflict and they say they were cleaning their gun.
I was cleaning.
Which, if you are a gun owner of any sort, you know that in order to clean a gun,
It's
you
gotta
have
be
to
unloaded.
take it apart and you have to take the bullets out in order, because the
Seems to
bullets
be a
are where the
primary
dirty part
thing.
is.
Yeah, no shit.
I mean,
Go ahead.
when I was a security guard, I had to get a license to carry one on the job, and I couldn't carry it off the job, no matter, you know, and I could never brandish my firearm in public, or I would be in a lot of trouble.
Does anybody remember the Brady bill?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. That was right after Reagan got shot.
Yes, and it took some effort to get it passed then. But you know what? It actually made a difference when there was a ban on assault rifles.
We had one of those
in this
too.
country.
We had one of those until they let it expire.
Yes, and they did that shit on purpose.
If our voices don't remain in the fight, if we don't remain in the conversation, the conversation changes. The conversation is driven by the people who are involved enough to call their congressman, let them know, hey, this is fucking ridiculous. Get off your ass and do something. And on a note of people not doing a freaking thing, I just noticed the other day, because I think it's a continuing commentary here on the show, that my Congressman Michael Cloud, as I have been telling you, the last posting on his Twitter feed was January 9th, and it said, follow me to Parler. Ding! That was the last post he made. So I always write to him all the time, dear Michael Cloud, you're a coward, stop hiding. Anything I can think of on a daily basis, I write to him. Anyway, I went to go write to him the other day, as I do Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz will put out a tweet, and I'll just tell him, resign, Ted, already. Please, go away. You're stupid. And by the way, your wife's ugly. Something I always try to put. I go to write my daily thing to Michael Cloud, and he's no longer on Twitter. He gave up completely. He took down his Twitter feed because he ran away like a coward, like a little coward. And that's who I consider my congressman to be. A little bug that runs away.
Like a coward.
It's just sad, because it really bothers me, because as with other things, social media is a great platform for politicians to stay in touch with their constituents. And mine don't want to do that anymore.
Well, he's in a club of cowards. They're all cowards.
They are right now, especially if they're involved on January 6th, which I think he was. My personal view, mind you, but yeah, I think he had his toe
jump in with a thing and jump out, if you don't mind.
No, Leo.
One last thought, because and it's shifting the subject entirely again, but back to where we were.
What?
I live very close to Georgia, and you bet your ass next election I'm going to get fucking arrested, because I am bringing some water.
Yeah, that's the plan, baby. That's the plan, to get arrested, baby. Go hand out water.
The politicians should be in prison for trying to even pass this law.
No shit.
Period.
No shit.
Truth. All right. Well, y'all take care of yourselves. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, Leo. Take care of yourself.
Have a good day, and thanks for what you do, bruh.
Thank you, Leo.
You can see.
You're all welcome.
Y'all can check out Leo Sahaki on Biker Wisdom and Thoughts. He does his rants over there. You can find him easily, and he has a great voice, and we appreciate him using it.
Talk about inhumane, man. I mean, that's about as inhumane as you can get.
Yeah.
Taking people their water away.
No shit. Let me catch up here. Rex Trek donated $5 and said, America did nothing when 26-year-old children had their faces blown off and little bodies shredded by an AR-15, and America will still do nothing. Seems to be a pattern, Rex Trek. And then he came back and donated another $5, and he said, also, nothing will change unless we rid our nation of the cancer that is Citizens United. I agree. Legal bribery of politicians. Until it ends, we are.
Oh, yeah. Super PAC's got to be
there are so many things that hinges on doing the right thing to get rid of the freaking filibuster. Because we need to start moving legislation through and not letting the minority party hold the majority at hostage and just say, no, we're not going to do it, because that's what the Republicans do every freaking time. And in Citizens United, this has to be readdressed to the Supreme Court, because ever since it was implemented, it has done nothing but corrupt politicians left and right. And it's been on both sides of the aisle at times. Majority on the Republican side, but we've had a few Democrats get caught up in that shit too. Corporate Republicans, corporate Democrats. We have to change that shit. And so, that is something that has to be challenged in the Supreme Court and struck down. And the filibuster needs to go. Either that, if they can't get rid of it, baby, just make it back to the rule of you got to stand out there on the floor, and I want to see your ass do it.
Yeah, I think super PACs need to be outlawed. You know,
it
because
allows anybody to donate as much as they want. You can buy any politician you want if you have the money.
And the NRA.
Yeah, the National Russian Alliance, I think I'm calling again. What I call the National Russian Alliance, because they funnel lots of money. The NRA funnel lots of money to the Republican Party. And
there we go.
There we go.
I mean, they gave him $100 million to run for office. That's a bribe.
It is to me. It is to me. You know, 100. Well, you know, again, you have to ask ourselves, what the fuck? You know, as best I can figure, the people making money in this fucking country are those that run TV ads and stuff, the networks, I guess. How much does it cost to run a fucking campaign nowadays? Look at the amount of money that hundreds, billions.
Ridiculous.
Of money spent on political campaigning. The amount of good that could be done with the money that we flush down the toilet,
right,
is just astronomical. It's mind-bending. Velda,
and that was just one group of people. That was just the NRA. So of course he's going to support the NRA the whole way through.
We're not even talking about the Koch brothers or Murdoch or all these other people that want to influence our legislation. You know, they have a dog in the fight, baby. We are the dog out here.
To get the true voice of the people into office, you got to get rid of all these people that have hundreds of billions of dollars to bribe these people. Period.
We have to seriously look within ourselves and our own communities out here and decide what kind of people do we want in our politics. These are the people that are supposed to go to Washington and represent us, represent the people's interest for the general welfare. And it turns into it's like a poker game for rich people up there. Right. You know, I think that congressmen and senators should not have any fucking money invested in any fucking thing. I don't care if it's a blind trust or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't want your money in the fucking stock market, because what you do influences the stock market, influences the laws in this country.
And
take your fucking salary and that's it. That's it. And, you entered public service for a reason. It wasn't to get rich.
Insider trading is rampant in Congress and the Senate, and what's going on up there is crazy. It's way out of hand.
Mitch Goldstein. Huh?
And it's got to stop.
You guys.
Insider trading must be outlawed in the Congress. I don't know why they're allowed to get away with it, but they are.
Because they make the laws. They make the laws. Velda, are you in this room?
Yes, I am.
I thought you were. How are you doing, darling?
I'm doing okay.
Okay, how's Wayne?
He's just gone to bed. He's not doing. It is what it is. He's just really super tired all the time, and he's had a couple of mini strokes, and he's okay after that, but his hearing is virtually gone. I have to yell at the top of my lungs to hear him, for him to hear me.
Well, darling, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Oh, me too.
You're in our hearts, baby. So is Wayne. Yeah. You know that.
And I wanna switch over to similar to what you guys were talking about.
Okay.
The way to change some laws is to start a grassroots movement with somebody that knows how to legislate and write laws, and do it in the states that you live in. Now, we used to live in Washington State, and we had this bright guy who wrote up and got our license tabs based on how much value the Blue Book was, to like $50 for any vehicle.
Yeah, because it varies down here what you drive, how much you're going to pay taxes, road tax and stuff. And that's local legislation that can be passed within.
I can hear you when that's going on. Now I can.
Okay. Yes, we keep having trouble with our Discord. Everything tomorrow is going to be shut down. We're going to try to fix this thing.
And so we voted on that to change the price on the license tabs.
Right.
Then the same guy turned around and wrote another one and took off food tax. So there's no tax on food in the state of Washington. because the voters voted it in.
There you go. Yeah.
And we can do that with, we can take and say, okay, our legislatures are not allowed to spend any more money or not be allowed to be invested in anything when they go to Congress.
That's what I think. That's what
And
I think.
so all we need is people who know how to write legislature in each one of the 50 states and get it together and put it on the frickin' ballot.
Yeah.
And then put it up for a vote to the people. And take back our government with our vote by the people.
You know,
Well,
the power
was
of our voice, baby. Go ahead, Rob.
Yep.
There was a little law called the emollients clause. I think I always get it wrong. But
I've heard of it. The emollients clause? Yeah.
yeah,
Not
where you
make
can't
money.
make any money
Yeah.
as the president. And unfortunately, the last 4 years, he's completely just
blew that out of the freaking water. Are you
completely
shitting me?
ignored it and broken it in every which way I can think of. And I'm totally right there with what she just said, because yes, that's the way it's supposed to be. And I thought that's the way the laws were set up. But apparently the last 4 years, they've just been completely ignored.
Right.
Completely. Anyway, go ahead.
They've been being ignored since Reagan.
Hello.
Hello, Velika. How are you, darling?
Oh, okay. Okay, go back to the topic.
So I gotta
Oh,
say
darling, I
something.
love you so much, Velika.
I gotta say something. I gotta say something. Velika, hugs.
Hugs,
Me
baby.
too.
Me too. If for those that you don't know, Velika is known for her hugs, baby. If you don't get a hug from Velika,
She's our huggle bunny.
she's our huggle bunny here. Everybody has a job to do in the blue room, and we all try to,
Us down, gives us a calm moment.
Indeed.
Don't piss her off, though. I guarantee it.
Yeah. Never poke a
I
bear.
won't. I'll try not to.
Yeah. Let me thank Johnny Fly, who donated $5 and said, people must stand up to the elected officials trying to suppress their votes and simply because of their skin color. Get legislation to stop this crime. Big lies require big legislation. H.R. 1 and the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. Yes, that legislation needs to be passed, baby. Do away with the filibuster. Let's quit jacking around with this shit, baby. Let's roll the dice, baby. Huh?
Arkansas is fixing to pass a law with the goddamn freaking governor that we got.
Yeah.
Saying that doctors do not have to treat LBQ people.
Please. Oh, please.
Because of religious things. Yeah.
Yeah, don't get me started on that shit. The separation of church and state is essential for a free and democratic society. Thomas Jefferson, one of our founding fathers, go stick it up your ass. I am so sick of hearing the words, my religious freedom. No, it's not your religious freedom. You want the freedom to be a bigoted asshole. That's what you want. You want everybody to do what your religion says. That's not what our Constitution or this country was founded on. It wasn't on your religion. There's 4,200 religions in this country. 4,200, 42,000. I'm sorry.
I'm thinking it's going to be unconstitutional also.
It has to be. Give me a, I do. It's one of my small ticks because it's Sharia law. They holler about Sharia law. Oh, it's coming. No, you're doing the same thing and calling it religious freedom.
It's Sharia law, no matter how you cut it.
Sharia law, no matter which way you look at it. Give me a freaking break.
Watching that arrest of that representative was so disgusting. I couldn't believe it.
That bothered me. Really? And like I said, just on pure optics alone.
Yeah.
A white governor who's known for being a dick is signing anti-voting legislation with 6 white guys under the portrait of a plantation. And the plantation has been identified by, I can't quote whose name, by somebody whose family worked on that plantation for generations. Optics, baby. Who are you speaking to in the state of Georgia? I'll tell you who you're speaking to.
Right.
White people. That's it.
I hope all those people in Georgia, I'm sorry, go ahead.
The arrest They charged her with a felony, but they were under session, and no legislature, according to Georgia law, can be arrested when they are under legislation.
If she wanted to come in to witness the signing.
Right.
She's a representative of the state of Georgia.
Right.
What, just the 6 white guys? That's it? That's all? You can't let a black lady in there to watch it? You didn't want to.
Yep.
You didn't want her, and you don't want her voting.
They showed their good old white boy system right there.
Optics, baby.
You don't want a black person.
That's exactly right.
John.
Huh?
You do realize that John Lewis was arrested 6 times.
Yes, he was.
Right.
She's in good company.
She is.
Right.
Exactly. Yes,
she got in what John would say is good trouble.
Good trouble.
So go hand out that water in Georgia. When next voting line out there, baby, jump out there with water. Get arrested, baby. Become a criminal for a day.
I tell you, if I lived anywhere close.
Yep, I'm gone. I'd be out there handing out water if I lived
and just drive up and down the road.
Free ice cream for anybody voting.
Yeah.
Just test the law. Test the law.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
Hey, you can't stop me from making a dollar.
Right.
That
or a penny.
You know, it is the smallest of things, but it shows the biggest problem. Really? Water? You're forcing people to stay in line for 8, 10, 12 hours to vote, and you won't give them water? You're sadistic assholes is what you are.
Also, behind that, we need somebody with a truck with steps coming up the back. No, with porta potties.
Yes,
let's just have everybody that's going to vote show up with backpacks full of water, and they can have millions of them standing in line with water on their back. I mean, they want to really have.
This law is going to be tested.
You know what? We're joking and serious about this shit, but I tell you something that'll be real effective about this bullshit going on in Georgia and anywhere else that major corporations headquarters. Because Coke, the Coca-Cola Company,
indeed,
Delta, a whole lot of corporations should have came out a hell of a lot sooner and did something about this vote.
Yeah.
They actually had the opportunity to do something, and they chose not to, or they waited just a little bit too long. Well, hell, you know what? All across America, we can do something about this. How about don't buy Coke products?
Yeah.
And they make a lot of fucking products.
I'm already there.
Well, what Coke needs to do is they need to say,
Home Depot.
We'll be delivering water.
Home Depot.
Yeah.
You know, is headquartered in Atlanta. If we all wrote to Home Depot and told them, I'm not buying my shit from your store.
I'm going to run over there.
You go and get that law fucking changed.
Don't worry, Bernadette. The guy from Home Depot is a Trump supporter and financially backed Trump. So,
and Belda, the American people keep him in his job. When we realize as voters that our dollar bills count and where the hell we spend them count, we can change this shit.
Yep.
We haven't been to the Home Depot in 5 years.
Good.
I wish I could say that. I had to go by
the Major League Baseball players are threatening a boycott of the All-Star game if they don't move it out of Atlanta.
There have been several actions already taken by several businesses in it, several sports things. I can't remember right now. Let me catch up real quick because Jane Mendenhall, who hasn't been here in quite a while, baby, but we remember that name, donated $5 and said it has been a while, and I thought I would step in and say hi to my fellow Blue Dots. Jane Mendenhall, thank you very much, baby.
Hi, Jane.
Glad you came back and to see us, check up on us, baby. We need checking up on somebody. Needs to come by here and check up on us occasionally. Make sure we're doing all right. Where you headed? Okay.
Mary Jane.
It's breaks. I don't. What?
I said Mary Jane.
Mary Jane what? going to be legal in New York State.
Right.
That's what I heard.
Where we spend our dollar bills matter in this fight.
We don't really even have tax. I'm sorry. We don't even really have taxes in Oregon, but we have a marijuana tax that's paying for a lot of stuff at $3 million a month.
Go figure. Something like that would assist in the
infrastructure.
Yeah, the infrastructure, the tax base in a state.
Ooh, come on.
They could make some money there. Do
Yeah,
benefits for the whole state. Yeah.
What were you going to say, Bernadette?
Coffers will be full. State coffers will be full.
In the meantime, I'll smoke my cabbage.
Go ahead, Bernadette.
I'm good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, then let me thank Curtis Wood for donating $5.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Curtis. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So what keeps the lights on, baby? We appreciate every donation we get, baby.
Thank you to everybody that donates to this show. You have no idea how much it means and how much it helps to keep the show on the air so we all can come out here and bitch about the fucking guns over people party.
Right.
The GOP.
Is it true the NRA is going to move from New York to Texas?
Yes.
Yes. Unfortunately, yes.
Go figure.
Gee.
Yeah, but the big buildings in Virginia.
Something about Texas, man. What is up with you Texans?
Yeah, we have a thing about guns down here. We have an image to keep hold down here.
Yeah,
you know,
guns,
but
gun glory.
again,
Guns,
image.
glory.
You know, it is. You know, it is not what it is, what it appears. There are so many good people down here in Texas. They're friendly people. They're not out to shoot anybody. They don't carry guns all over the place. They're very green energy agreeable, and you know, we have all that here. But it is the image and gerrymandering in this state. One, yep, we got guns down here in Texas. Hell, we'll shoot anything that moves. No, we don't. No, we don't. The days of everybody running around with a rifle on the gun rack pretty much faded out. You still see them, you know, occasionally. More than likely, it's going to be an AR-15, and they're just trying to show it off to all their buddies. You know, go drive around with the gun rack. It's not who we are.
I can remember when those gun racks, high school kids had them in their pickup trucks.
Yeah,
the guns would be in the truck, and they would go out after as soon as school was out. Those guys that had the guns in the cars
had a gun rack and a 30-30, baby. That's Texas.
Right, and the thing is, the next day they brought back the heads in the back of the pickup, saying, "See what we got."
Oh yeah, always put the head up out the back of the truck so you can
you don't see that
what you shot.
Those were hunting rifles and 22s. Those were not AR-15s. Those were like 22 long rifles.
I have no idea of even taking one of those into the school and shooting anybody else.
Well, here's the argument that they're going to come up with. There's no difference between a deer rifle, say a 270, and an AR-15. Not a whole lot of difference. The projectile it shoots, it's not the projectile side, it's the speed of the bullet. And when you get to a deer rifle sight, 270 or 243, whatever it is that you're shooting, you're still shooting a 22 caliber bullet. It's the powder behind it. And but that's not where we're not after a deer rifle now. We are after that AR-15. And like I said, with the AR-15, they want the body armor. They want all the stuff to make them look like a badass Rambo. That's what they want. They're not interested in deer hunting. It's not about hunting. If you were deer hunting, you'd have a 270 with a nice scope on it and take your shot, baby.
Hey, John.
That's not what it is.
They are interested in hunting. They're just interested in hunting us.
Yes. Yes, like I've said before, if you belong to a militia, you don't belong to a militia. You belong to a gang that is planning to shoot your fellow citizens. That's what you belong to if you belong to a militia. I don't care what kind of patriotic song they sang to you and said, look here, we're going to protect our community. No, you're not. You're looking for a reason to go shoot your fellow citizens because you're not going to be battling the Russians coming over the hill, let's face it.
You know, we saw a lot of stuff like Kyle Riggenbacher, whatever his name was, an 18-year-old kid get a AR-15, travel 2 states, and shoot people.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, we're just talking about a guy that had all the training in the world, was the head of the police science department, the assistant dean of students at a college, decided to throw it all away in a heartbeat, shot his wife. Now you're talking about a kid, a 17-year-old kid that just had a fight with a teenage girl, somehow gets an AR-15, travels 2 states, and murders 2 people. Now, there's something wrong.
What is the answer to the problem? Because according to my Senator Ted Cruz, it's not about the guns, it's about the murderer. That's what Ted Cruz said. The breakdown on that fucking sentence, though, is it's not the guns, it's the murderer. Guess what, Ted? They're not considered a murderer until they murder somebody. So we're always waiting until afterwards and going, oh, well, now we got the guy. Well, gee, thanks, you dumb shit. You know, it's something that we have to do. And it does. It starts down here. Well, Roger from Oregon, are you with us in the room? Roger?
Yeah, I think so.
Outstanding. How are you doing?
Oh, just fine. Just got back from Bend, Oregon. Had a nice little view of Bachelor.
Outstanding. Nice view up in that part of the country.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
sweet.
Well,
how was the road? Was it snowing?
We had a little snow on the pass going over on Thursday, and there's snow alongside the road, but the road's dry and beautiful.
Groovy.
Outstanding. Groovy. Listen to you. You sound like some old hippie. Groovy.
Well,
I am an old hippie.
Maybe I am.
I am too, because I used that word just 2 days ago. I remember distinctly using it on purpose.
Yeah, but you're quite a bit younger than I am.
Well, I don't know. I was back in the groovy days. I'm 68. So,
as I said, you're a little younger than I am.
Well, you just freaking look younger. That's all. I know how this shit works. I'm trying to catch up though. Just slow the fuck down.
Sorry. Next month I could add another year. You gotta hurry up.
What's the next one, Roger?
76.
Oh Lord, you got me. Son of a bitch. I hope yeah, you give me hope, brother. See, I do. I look at my neighbor over here across the nice neighbor I have, and think, fuck yeah, I might last a little longer. Shit, you know. But
we went and visited my wife, one of my wife's friends from her college days down in Peru, and she's married to a guy. And anyhow, we went over there and had lunch, and I found out yesterday,
yes, sir,
that the reason a couple of his friends died from the COVID is because they didn't give hydrochloroquine unless you were in the hospital, and he never made it to the hospital, so he couldn't get any of that
hydrochloroquine. I'm out. Yeah, hydrochloroquine. I remember that from Donnie. Are you there?
That's horrible.
Yeah, he's a chimpanzee to the max.
Well, they should have tried the old bleach up the butt. I don't know. You know, how do you get to somebody?
There was no proof that stuff even worked, though. Really,
I'm totally aware of that.
However, you guys, there are therapies out there that do work. It's the same one that fuck Trump had, and also Velda's husband also had that.
The immunotherapy, where they give you blood from another patient.
That was from what I understand, is that if you do go into the hospital with COVID and you don't know about the therapies, then you can't ask for them. But there are therapies that are there, and if you do get COVID and you go into the hospital, you should, or the person who's there to help, because we should all have somebody helping us when we're in the hospital. A health advocate. That's what they're called. Ask for these therapies to be given. They're available.
There's always more things available than what you're giving.
I read a CBD article a couple of days ago that said that they gave patients CBD oil that had COVID, and it reduced the cell replication by 12% in their lungs. That was pretty. That's a lot. 12%'s a lot. Wow. I mean, anyway, I just read that.
That's what just amazes me about the marijuana plant in general, is the fact that we have not begun to scratch the surface of what that plant is potential, because it has been demonized by our government for so freaking long that it's just bullshit. It's bullshit.
Well, John, and the reason why they won't legalize it is because they all want to make money on it first.
That's
okay?
it. Yeah,
So
Big Pharma does
put the
not
laws
want.
in- Exactly.
Yeah.
They all want to make money on it first. That way you can't make any money on it and you can't get any benefit until they get a profit.
I think the horse is out of the barn already because I'm sure I don't know because is there a THC pill? Can you go to a dispensary? I know they got oils, they got bud.
Oh, they got you name it. They got
edibles. That's just a fucking pill. Are you shitting me? Do an edible. It's the horse already out of the barn. Big Pharma is going to have a hard time competing, coming up with, unless it is a specific item like CBD and what you're talking about, Roger. Robert. I'm sorry, Robert.
That's okay. I've actually been doing a Rick Simpson oil lately because I can buy it in the clubs here, and it's been through the labs and it's tested and all that. But I told you about Tommy Chong has cancer, right? He's got prostate cancer. Right. So he talks a lot about doing Rick Simpson oil too, and it's really helping him a lot. That's just the story I throw out.
I rely on Pre's trees. And that ain't a plug, baby. That's a truth statement right there. Anybody that uses that stuff.
Yours is in your neck of the woods, and so I'm hoping that you get it on the estimated arrival date.
Oh man!
Because
I'm heartbroken.
Which is tomorrow.
Yes. Well, I had a good friend, Blue Dot, who would let me know when there was mail in my box. It's a 15-mile trip to my mailbox, so if there's no mail there, I don't have him anymore. He moved on to greener pastures, got a different route and everything, and so I'm going to miss that guy. I'm going to miss him big time. But yeah, he was a great guy, and he didn't do it like every day, but he'd let me know, and what a nice thing for him to do. Anyway, I miss him already, so I won't know. It's just going to be a gamble, and at some point, I might not be able to go every day just to go look.
The topicals are going to replace stuff like Bengay because they work way better.
Yes.
My mom is 82. I go to the club. I get her topicals for her arthritis. Her hands are like, I can't even look at her hands. It hurts me to look at her hands. And it works for her.
Priest trees.
Totally works.
Seriously, shit.
And she never smoked cannabis, but she'll do the topicals for sure.
It works. It works. And it works quick too. It isn't something that takes an hour to soak in. No, baby, you're feeling that shit pretty quick. So let me thank Curtis Wood, who came back with another $5 and said, Georgians, take your kids to the poll line. Kids can't vote. Give the kids food and drink to share with others and no arrest. There you go. There you go, Billy. Go stand in line. Oh, don't. If somebody asks for water, share the water.
See, there's some good ideas. We're gonna just flood them with water.
It is gonna. You watch. When election time comes, Georgia.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
In Georgia,
the backlash they get, right?
Yes. You watch this shit because there are churches that are already planning this stuff to have civil disobedience by going to hand out water at the voting line to make the issue more visible. Yeah, you want to start arresting grandma for handing another grandma water? Let's see the optics of what that looks like.
Right?
Because it is. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's beyond ridiculous. It's hateful. It's and as Joe Biden said, it's un-American. Un-American. But that is not a stretch for the Republican Party anymore. It seems to be the direction the Republican Party is going. They're anti-American and pro-Russian because their platform has more to do with Russia than it does America, baby.
Weirdly enough.
Yes. So they've drank the Kool-Aid as far as I'm concerned. They've gone over to the other side. They'll sell this country out to Russia in a heartbeat. They want an authoritarian dictator.
Oh, I think they already did.
They want their own Putin here.
I think they took the bribes a long time ago, and that's why they're still doing what they're doing, because they took billions of dollars. They don't want to tell anybody about it.
They want an oligarchy society here like they have there, where only a certain number of rich people are allowed to benefit from the toil of the masses.
Yeah, it's a club.
And have the right to vote.
Yeah.
And yet they want the masses to continue buying their corporate bullshit.
Yeah.
Right. You got to remember, for them, it's a club. You know, when they're in the billionaire club, they only let certain people in that club.
You know,
and if you're not rich, you're not in their club. They don't care.
They don't give a shit about you. They own the breezes, baby. They own the houses at the top of the hill. They could give a shit less about your stinky air down there.
Right. That's the key.
They don't own us. They don't own us. And the biggest thing that we have fight them with is the fact that there are more of us than there are them. And if we decide to walk out and absolutely strike on everything and refuse to buy anything for a week, do you realize how bad that would hurt their goddamn bottom line?
For a day, baby.
Yeah.
If we did it for a day, it would hurt them.
It's what Bernadette was saying. You know, your money's your power and your voice, and it's because of us that they're rich. So
you know
we
what
don't
the
spend
best thing you could
them.
do? The best thing you could do for your community and for your country, baby, shop local. If there's a local store, if there's a local hardware store instead of a big Home Depot, go to the local store. You know, go to a small restaurant instead of Chili's or Applebee's or whatever the freak it is. Anything along that line. You don't have to go to Supercuts or whatever the most biggest one is nowadays. I don't know. I ain't been to a haircut place in a long time. You could get from a local barber or a local beautician. Well, those are the things that we could do to impact more of our own surrounding society than anything else. Is be mindful of where you're spending your money at. Not only the things you need, but can you help your community in the way you purchase things. You know, and it should be. That's the way we help our own communities. You know, local business starts up. Somebody's a good cook and says, "Hey, you ought to open a restaurant." Next thing you know, voila, restaurant, and it does well.
Oh, speaking of about restaurant, there's this one place downtown here in Canton. It serves the best damn wings you ever tasted. Holy shit!
Yeah, they're that local place too, right?
Yeah, not only that, they're a black-owned business too.
Oh, outstanding!
Oh man, I just hope they're still open with the COVID.
Well, with everybody, you know, when we get that herd immunity thing, when everybody starts getting vaccinated, and we're all being able to go back out and enjoy it again, you know, all of us are looking forward to that. Something didn't work.
Something Velka likes, food.
Let me get this before. Oh, there it goes. Let me catch this up real quick. Karen Van Wyck donated $5 and said it is a special club, and you and I ain't in it. That's it. It's a special club, and you and I ain't in it, and we're not invited. You know?
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. You know,
Maria Betancourt.
Yeah, they're all high elite clubs. You're not letting nobody in those clubs.
Yeah,
it's not.
I don't want riff-raff like your ass in there. Maria Betancourt donated $5 through Super Chat. Maria Betancourt, thank you very much, darling. We appreciate all of those donations, baby. It does. It keeps the internet bill paid, all that kind of stuff. So we thank all of them and all our Patreon members that y'all just seen go by. Their contributions on a monthly basis. $1 a month, maybe. Where are you going to find such fine entertainment for $1 a month? Anyway.
But you know what, John? We just saw that club on an international level between Putin and Kim and the Saudi king and all their relationships with Trump and all their backdoor dealings.
Yeah.
Because for them, it was a club. It's like international. It is crime. Indeed. It's like an international cartel of crime just doing business on levels that nobody will ever see because we're just normal.
We are the peasants outside of Dubai. Look at Dubai, what a fabulous city of the world. Go look around. It ain't too pretty. That's us, baby. But we have to remember that
you don't have to go in that far in the United States to find almost the same thing, John.
No, you don't. No. I know, go by Houston or San Antonio, Lord have mercy. You drive through some of them places, you think.
Go through the Appalachians.
You know, beautiful. What are you speaking of, though? Me and you crossed or what? I'm talking about rich people. You're talking about what, poor people?
Well, that was the New Bohemians, right? Wasn't that the New Bohemians where they sent all the rich kids to become the new leaders of the new world and all that?
It's
right?
an entitled class who's from the time they're born into money, put into the right positions in the right schools. They go to Yale, they go to Harvard, they come out and they become more, it's a recycling of wealth in this country. Yes, you can start a business and become a millionaire, billionaire if you work hard. Yes, that's the dream of everybody. But I noticed here a story in the headline just today. Was that we might see the biggest tax increase since 1942. Well, guess what? It's not going to impact you. It's not going to impact you at all. What they're talking about is re-increasing the tax on the very wealthy. If you have, especially if you have anything that starts with a B, like as in, give me a fucking break. If the right wants to talk about the great old times of whatever, the 50s, 40s, 50s, whatever they think it was, look at the tax base back then and the percentage that the wealthy paid. They got a little bit of benefit from somebody, but then when Ronald Reagan came in, and why does that name keep coming up? I'll tell you why, because when that guy came, changed. And Reagan did it big time. He cut the corporate tax from, I think at that time it was like 70-something% down to like 35% or something like that. They got a 50% discount. Guess who makes up the slack for that? Your ass does. That's the way it was played, and that's been played that ever since Reagan. It's what the Republican mantra is, the trickle-down economics. We're going to give to the wealthy because they're the job creators, and we're going to blow smoke up your ass so you don't mind. That's what it is. There is so many. I think I'm gone.
You're here.
Oh, okay.
You're still here.
It got quiet there for a minute.
Yeah, and I'm not
were letting you go.
Yeah, we're letting you speak.
Well, interrupt me. I'm not supposed to be doing all the talking. I reserved that for Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So,
You were on a roll.
Every time that happens, I think you're singing Mr. Roboto from Styx.
Are
like,
you shitting me? I can't wait to get our new. You ought to see the new mixer.
Hey,
Travis over.
John. You know what?
What happened Friday?
I was preoccupied yelling and screaming about my video not having any sound on Friday. Yeah,
I thought it was a nice silent movie.
It was. That's what I've heard. It's a great silent movie. I got a message. I was just trying to read your lips.
Dad likes to upload his videos without checking them before he uploads them.
When it was recording, I'd seen the little green line going up and down as I speak. I assume that means it's recording me. But you know what
John,
they say
you
about
can't
assume.
assume a
No, you
damn
can't
thing.
assume a damn thing. And you know what? It's really bad. Is when you don't realize it until somebody sends you a message. Hey, John, video's
my
got no
trailer
sound.
just like completely.
Oh man, are you shitting me? And I go over there and check on YouTube. Nope, no sound. Go over to check on Facebook. Nope, no sound. You shitting me?
My trailer just got rocked. The wind blew so hard it actually shook my trailer.
No
that
shit.
was pretty hard.
Damn, brother.
I'm like, whoa, it's windy here in Bend.
Be careful. Don't get blown
I
away.
mean, is it windy everywhere else in the world, or is it just where I'm at right now?
Just you. I'm looking out my window. Ain't no leaf blowing on them trees.
It's calm.
There's a little breeze here, but it's almost like 79 degrees.
What's up, Bellica?
Breezy in Eugene too.
Is it?
Strong winds.
You know,
What was that, Bellica? I didn't hear Bellica. Oh, I went out.
and it literally destroyed his house. It's one of those big trees that grows like a couple 100 feet up in the air, and when the wind hit a really high thing, it broke and snapped, and it landed on their house. And they were in their living room. It completely destroyed their house, and they were lucky they walked away from that. So, you know, I've been in the redwoods when that happens too, and that was another scary story.
You don't have to look far in this country to find a disaster in people in need. Look at all up in Alabama where all the tornadoes hit. You know,
right? Tennessee as well.
It's part of our societal duty.
It's getting worse
to
too.
be able to provide assistance for no matter where it is in our country when disasters hit. That's the whole idea.
I mean, for people our age, I mean, you can see it's been getting way worse every year. The cycle is getting more and more and more worse, and that's just in our lifetime.
Yeah.
That's just in 60 years that I can remember, that I've been here.
Yeah.
But I can imagine
hurricanes are coming more often and they're getting bigger.
And this is after, a couple 100,000 years of the Earth not really doing this. So this is 200 years of industrial pollution is just burning us in the face.
I mean, fleas on this planet.
It'll get rid of us too if we're not careful. It'll just shake us off.
Yeah, if we don't change our wicked ways, baby, we're going to kill ourselves slowly. But it won't be us; it'll be our great grandchildren, whoever it's going to be. It's what we do now that impacts the future. It's why we try to plan for shit. And but the great resistance has always been money. It's not about saving the earth. It's how much money can we lose or how much money can we make. That's always been the basic premises of
absolutely. Because greed is going to kill us. We're going to cut our greed, and capitalism is going to kill this planet.
Yeah, because the conversation, no matter what the subject, starts from that perspective. From what is it going to cost us, or how much are we going to make? Everything, and some things just can't be done that way. Your healthcare being one. Go ahead, Velda.
Worldwide, we should all be very, very, very concerned about Fukushima.
Yes.
They're still dumping millions and millions of gallons of radioactive water.
And not only that, they're still having earthquakes over there.
Yep. Yeah. I just had that conversation with somebody else about Fukushima because
we need to get all the scientists together and work with Japan. Japan needs to work with the world scientists and try and come up with a way to seal that plant.
Right. They're trying to do, it's ridiculous. If we didn't...
There's only one problem. There's only one problem, Velda. And that is that they can't get into that plant. It had already melted down. And so the radioactivity inside that plant, they can't get to. They can't even send robots in there to do that shit.
Yeah, they're sending robots in there. But there's, the thing is that this stuff should never have happened to start with. We don't need nuclear
Too late.
reactors.
Yeah.
Too late.
Yeah,
we still have the site in Russia that's going to be toxic for the next, 400 million years.
What is that they call the nuclear football? Or no. What is that, Travis? The one that melting over to the, what do they call that? The elephant
six of them, right? We got
Chernobyl.
Chernobyl. We had 3 Mile Island. We had
a complete meltdown, and it's still melting away down there.
And California, the coastline, the northern California, the kelp beds are dead in the oceans, and when they die, the oceans are going to die.
We're in a use-it-up society. That's what we are.
We've already killed all the starfish.
Yeah, use it until it's gone. The earth is a finite resource. It's not just oil and gas, baby. It's the earth itself is a finite resource. We will eventually kill it. We're just trying to prolong it, baby. Anyway, we need to try to do each of our parts every day to try to change that. I want to thank everybody for coming in tonight. We had a great discussion tonight. Anyway, Bernadette, thank you very much. I'm sorry.
You're welcome.
Somebody's trying to hack us right at the moment. Travis is over there dealing with it. Anyway, anyway, Bernadette, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much for coming in. Your voice is always welcome here, darling.
You're welcome, and you should have mail tomorrow. I'll send you a text.
I'll drive to town.
Okay.
Yeah, send me a text if you get it there. That way, I'll know.
Okay.
Hey, outstanding. Thank you very much, Bernadette. I'm looking forward to it. Robert Heron, always enjoy your voice in here, brother. Always.
Well, thank you, sir. I hope you enjoyed those glass blowing shots I posted for you.
I did. I wear my blue dot. I wear this all the time. Here's the story, Robert. Since I looked at this one, and this is the one I picked out of all the ones you sent, because I see what I see when I look at it as a blue dot, and all that gold dust in there and them stars. That's y'all. I'm just saying, that's the way I look at it. This is my blue dot, and those sparkles in there.
That made me so happy.
That's all y'all.
I was aiming at the blue dot, theme when I sent you that.
Well, it is because it is. It's a blue dot and all that. I say it looks like the universe when you look into it. That's all the stars in this family, baby. That's y'all. That's
Well, I appreciate you all.
That's
So
the
thank
way
you
I
very
look
much.
at this. So it's always going to be there. I appreciate it.
And good night to you all, Blue Dots. I appreciate you letting me be here. Have a beautiful night.
Yeah, it is indeed. Roger, buddy, we appreciate you from Oregon also. You and Robert are neighbors up in there.
I was going to say about the kelp beds there on the Northern California coast.
Right.
First of all, the starfish went down. The starfish eat the sea urchins. The sea urchins eat kelp.
Hey, wait a
or
minute.
some of the kelp. That helps take it off. And then the red abalone also eats in the kelp. And now there's no abalone fishing. There's no abalone fishing until at least 2024, because since the kelp beds have died off, the abalone are dying off.
Yep. It's a chain, and once you break the kelp chain, all that other life is in trouble.
It's the whole environmental chain
of
all of us, and we're part of
Ocean.
it. We just are capable of devising other methods to get around the problems we give ourselves. Nature is not so lucky. Nature's going to suffer for our mistakes, and so yeah.
The whales are starving.
The whales are starving because of the krill, because of the environmental.
Because of the plastic. No, because of the plastic in their guts. They can't absorb the nutrients.
I did notice that my local CVS, when I went to go pick up medications the other day, handed me paper bags, small little paper bags instead of the plastic ones they had before.
Good.
So we're getting away from plastic, go back to killing trees.
Well, they're banned. They're banned in California, and some states have banned plastic bags at stores. I don't know what state you guys live in or what the rules are, but
well, the best thing is if you have the mindset.
They're not banned in California.
I'm banned in my county.
They were in Mendocino when I was in Mendocino. I don't know about all.
My grocery store uses them now since the COVID.
Yeah, my HEB loads you up with plastic bags. You know, best thing to do if you can, you bring a reusable bag and carry your own. That's the best thing we could do.
Yeah,
but we'll all try. Sparky Dunk out here, representative from California. We appreciate it tremendously. Oh, I'm sorry, along with Bernadette.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm over in the valley. She's
You're in
over
the valley.
on the coast.
She's up in the green triangle. I know where she is. God's country. That's what they call it. Anyway, yes, I appreciate you being here all the time, Spark. I'm sorry I missed Friday. I'll try to make it this Friday. Maybe I'll have a successful show at least. Anyway, I'm gone again. Anyway. Velika, thank you so much, darling. Your hugs are always welcome in here, baby. We appreciate you tremendously.
Okay, I love you too.
All right, baby. Thank you. And our mother hen of the group, Velda Lee, thank you so much, darling, for being here all the time.
I'm glad to be here.
Keeping the Blue Room under control and give Wayne our best.
I've been kind of neglective here lately because of things that have been going on.
You've been attending to the things you need to, baby. We'll keep you in our heart. We will.
Hey, John.
Yes,
sometimes I'm in the Blue Room at nights. I can do it all every night if you need someone in there.
Well, no, the Blue Room is come as you are, come when you want, kind of thing.
To keep it under control, that's what I mean.
Well, somebody evidently, occasionally needs to be in there to crack the whip, but we'll keep in line. Remind everybody gets a turn to talk.
Yep.
You know, because
don't talk over everybody.
Yeah, you get 20, 30 people in the room, then a lot of conversation tries to happen at the same time, and then somebody has to step up and say, wait.
But you know what?
What?
But you know what? That happens with every group of people when you get more than 30 people together.
If you get a family reunion going, do you know how many conversations going around that table? That's what we're doing. That's what this is. That's what the Blue Room is. It's a conversation around the table. So to all our Blue Dot family on YouTube, on Facebook, on Periscope, come join Discord. Pull up a chair at the table, sit down, turn on your microphone, and get into the conversation because we'd love to have you. I want to thank all of you. Bring your what?
Don't forget. Bring your coffee, bring your beer, bring your wine, bring your water, bring your tea.
Whatever it is that you're doing, bring it on with you. We'll know.
And don't forget, your food is courtesy of food porn.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. We have food porn. We have artist porn. Check it out over there, baby.
When did that
over
happen?
the Blue Room. Wow, what? Well, we got artist porn. We got the art room. We got the music room. We got the food room. Game room.
The gardening.
We got the gardening spot. We have it all.
Yes.
All. Where else are you going to find such a wide variety of topics? I want to thank everybody. Iris, I know you got your shirt by now, so take care of yourself. Pepsi Max and Timothy, thank you for being here. Don Cheeto again, thank you very much. Adina Marco, Gary Spring, our buddy up in Kansas. I think I have uno más cerveza. Anyway, y'all take care of yourself. Remember, we're still in the middle of a pandemic. Still, wash your hands, wear your mask, stay the hell away from nasty-ass people. Take care of yourself, and try to put a smile on your heart and somebody else's on the same. It'll all make it lift up better. Anyway, y'all say goodnight to everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you again. I'll be here for Monday's rant, and then we'll be back here again for Tuesday for another Blue Dot family meeting. So come by and join us. We'll see y'all later.